Hey Star Wars fans, Laugh at That Fuzzball70 here, hope you're all well. Today I thought I'd show you my small collection of R2-D2s. I have 5 in total, although from the time that action figures were made for Star Wars figures to now, I'm sure it probably runs into double figures. But I thought I'd show you mine anyway, not least because R2-D2 is the little droid that really does have the continuity of the Star Wars brand, in that he features in all the films alongside C-3PO throughout the whole saga. So George Lucas obviously felt that he had quite a lot to give in that particular role. Firstly is my vintage R2-D2. You can see here. This is a 1981 R2-D2 with SensorScope. He first appeared as an action figure in '77 as part of the mail away, and then off he went into full 12 card back production in '78. He stayed in card back production, the original figure, until '81 when he crossed over with this chap here, which was on the Empire Strikes Back card. Interestingly, although this is a 1981 figure, if you used to look on the bottom, and my camera is not likely to pick this up, you'll still see it's dated 1977 for reasons best known to Kenner at the time. But yeah, he's a 1981 SensorScope R2-D2. Moving on, the next one in date order at least is my original Trilogy on the Return of the Jedi retro card, R2-D2. You can see him still here in his star case. Really happy with him. What makes this particular chap interesting is that this R2-D2, he actually, lots of his body compartments actually open up, and he has lots of accessories within inside him. So it allows you to put him to sort of into diorama poses. So for instance, when he obviously connects with the central computers and uploads and downloads information. Also, I think there's a bit where he actually saws something, cuts through something. I think actually that's the cargo net in Return of the Jedi when he drops out of there along with everybody else. But yeah, no, I'm really pleased with him. And he came out in 2004. Then we move along to 2007. And you have a R2-D2 on the 30th anniversary card, celebrating 30 years of Star Wars in 1977. You see here he's with his cargo net. The cargo net itself is actually made out of rubber, and you can see the detail on the bottom of this R2 is actually all dirty and mucky from actually going through the forests of Endor. I'll show you briefly the back and the pose from the back. He was originally Wave 7, part of the Ewok capture wave, and he's a repaint of the early bird, which they re-released in '97 to celebrate the release of Revenge of the Sith. And that same year, on the 30th anniversary card, you have the Mcquarrie concept figures. And why I thought I'd show you him as well, not just because he's R2-D2, but because it actually goes to show, if you look at him and C-3PO, they haven't changed that much from concept to actual film production. So I guess Ralph Mcquarrie, when he done the conceptual work for R2-D2 and for the droids in general, he pretty much hit the nail on the head there, because as you can see, these figures are very similar. R2 himself is very similar to that we see in the films itself. On the back here, gives you some information in respect of the Star Wars Celebration 4, and obviously some of the movie poster work from the original films. And then coming right up to date, my most recent R2-D2 is my 2010 vintage collection R2-D2. You can see here he's in the barge pose from Jabba's barge. Maybe as a point of note, the lightsaber there is actually the wrong lightsaber. That's Obi-Wan's lightsaber as opposed to Luke's. So they got that bit a little bit wrong. Having said that though, still think he's a great figure. And you see him on the back there. And the details. As always guys, any feedback, totally appreciated. And until next time, you take care of yourselves. Cheers now. Bye bye.